So it's Nasira again for live number 3 today. I hope you're enjoying all the different things that I'm putting out there. I hope it's helping you and perhaps even entertaining you. So I have had a lot of requests on the carrot pickle my mom makes that you have probably tasted. Now there is 2 versions of this, just so you all know. One is the one that goes to mosque when she used to prepare for weddings and different functions, and that is made with a very skinny shredded carrot. That's not the one I'm going to show you today. The one I'm going to show you is the original carrot pickle recipe that I've grown up with, and it's a staple at our house. So it's always on the table whenever we eat. For my house anyways, it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner because I absolutely love it. So I'm going to share with you how it's made. It's very, very easy. If you're making this at home, I suggest that you wash your hands with soap and water because we are going to be using our hands to actually do the mixture. So that's something that I've already done, but if you're making this, just note that as you move along. And also, just so you guys know, for everybody that's ordered the ebook, this recipe is in the ebook. So now that I'll show you, you'll be able to remember the actual steps and then just follow the recipe. And for all of you that did order the book, I just want to thank you again. We have raised now, the number is about $1,180. So it's amazing because we're going to be able to support WAES. It's an organization that helps people that are in dire need for food and shelter. And with COVID-19, the impact has been even greater. So let's get this show on the road. I don't want to keep you guys in suspense any longer. So what I've done before starting is I've cut up the carrots in sticks. It's basically, you want to make them skinny, so not too fat, but go ahead and cut them up. And what you will need is some vegetable oil, some lemon juice, tomato paste. And again, I've noted this in the ebook as well as I've noted it in my other videos. My mom really likes the Unico product, so that's what I'm using, but you can use the tomato paste that you have in your pantry. Again, because we're trying not to get into grocery stores and going out for one thing or 2 things, I suggest you use what's in your pantry. You've got salt here, and then you've got red chili powder. So these are the ingredients that you will need, and at the end you also will need coriander. Once you notice in the recipes, we use a lot of coriander. So if it's a taste you don't really like, you can use less of it. But I find for the carrot, it really gives it the flavor. So I use a lot of it. So let's begin. So because I don't really have measurements and it depends on how many carrots you're using, I've got 5 carrots that I've got here. So I'm just going to gauge this in terms of just making sure it coats the carrots and then the lemon. So usually you'll put about a little bit more of the lemon than you will of the oil. And then you'll take tomato paste and you'll add that in. I usually find that if you're using 4 or 5 carrots, and it's making quite a bit, you'll see in the pot. And I usually, it keeps really well in the fridge. So I will go through this probably in a couple of days. And like I said, I eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I would say for this much, you would probably need about 3 big tablespoons of the paste. Now, once we mix it, we may actually add a little more depending on. So this is one that you can gauge how things are going. And then for salt, I usually gauge this at about a teaspoon, and I think I have a little bit more carrot today, so I've just added a touch more. And then with the red chili powder, you're going to do this to taste. Sorry, actually I forgot, because I do this at the end. My son loves this carrot pickle as well, so for him I take out a mild version of it, and then we'll add the red chili pepper. So let's do that. I'm adding the coriander, and like I said, I like a lot of it, so you see I'm putting in a lot. But if it's not a taste you really like, then you don't really have to put as much. And a little bit, for the flavor will be great. But again, it's just dependent on if you like that, the taste of coriander. I know that my husband doesn't really prefer it when I am garnishing it, but I think he's getting used to it because he sees that I use a lot of it. Because every grocery list, whenever I send it to him to go get my stuff, coriander's on there. So this is what it looks like once you've mixed it all up. Okay, And it looks like there's enough paste. So in these 5 carrots, I used 3 big tablespoons. So you just want it to be coated and liquidy like this. And then what I do is, because like I said, my son doesn't eat the spicy ones that I make, so I'll just take some out for him in his little container. And then what we'll do is we'll add our red chili powder, and for this I like it very, very spicy. So as you probably, if you've followed me long enough, you'll know that I eat green chilies and I love my food really spicy. Well, actually I should clarify that I don't like my actual dinner spicy. Like if I'm having curry or whatever it is I'm eating as my meal, I like the condiments to be spicy. So I'll have, you know, the red carrot, I mean these carrots, or I'll have the Nando's spicy sauce, or green chutney my mom makes with green chilies and mango and coriander. And one of these days I'll share that recipe too. It's one of my favorites. So if you like spicy, that's a really good one and an easy one to make. So this is what it looks like when it's done. I know people were asking while I've been doing videos that, you know, they'd like to see the finished product. And because this one obviously doesn't take a lot to do, I can actually show you the end result. And here it is. So I hope that, you know, for those people that have asked me for this recipe, it's in the ebook. If you didn't get the ebook, don't worry. The recipe is right here. I've just shown it to you. And if you want the exact ingredients, you know, I can always send that to you in a text message too. So just let me know. I hope that you all are doing well. I hope you're enjoying your Monday and doing everything that makes you happy. Keep your vibration up. And remember, call somebody you haven't talked to, or check on someone that you know, want to just make sure they're okay. This is our time to reach out and help people. Be kind to one another. Enjoy your dinner tonight with your family. And I send you much love. I will see you again probably in the next couple of days. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.